South Africa is one of a few non-Arabic countries that is standing up for Palestine. Let's listen to what South Africa said today, the 18th of October 2023 at the United Nations.
I now give the floor to the representative of South Africa.
Mr. President, thank you for enabling South Africa and other non-council members to contribute to the debate on this alarming and abhorrent development in an already tragic conflict, which is getting worse by the day. We thank the briefers for the information shared with us. South Africa condemns in the strongest possible terms the killing of civilians in Palestine and Israel. The targeting of civilians in armed conflicts is in violation of international humanitarian law and Geneva Conventions. Mr. President, just as the attack by Hamas on civilians in Israel was abhorrent, there are no words to fully express South Africa's condemnation of Israel's bombing of the Ali Arab Baptist Hospital on the 17th October, killing well over 500 people and injuring over 1,000. The targeting of a hospital considered a safe haven under international humanitarian law is a war crime. Similarly, the killing of the people of Gaza by Israel in 12 days of aerial bombardment of hospitals, schools, apartment buildings, and essential infrastructure are also war crimes. The continual bombardment of civilian targets, the denial of the civilian population of Gaza of water, food, fuel, and electricity is prohibited under international humanitarian law and by Geneva Conventions. The bombing of Ali Arab Baptist Hospital in Gaza is the most blatant violation of international humanitarian law. Doctors are operating without anesthetics and do not have the medical equipment or supplies to treat the victims. The suffering of children and their parents are unspeakable and unfathomable in this day and age, and there must be consequences for these actions. Otherwise, the international structures established to maintain international peace and security have utterly failed. The Al-Akhi Baptist Hospital, which was bombed on Tuesday night, is one of the 22 hospitals in the northern Gaza, which were ordered by the Israeli military to evacuate their patients and staff within 24 hours or be responsible for the consequences. Hundreds of civilians were sheltering in the hospital when it was bombed, as it was supposed to have been a safe place to shelter. Under international humanitarian law and Geneva Conventions, Israel is committing war crimes and needs to be held responsible for its actions by the International Criminal Court and the international community as a whole. Mr. President, South Africa calls on the international community to end its indifference to the gross violation against the Palestinian people in Gaza, and for the UN Security Council to take enforcement action to halt the unfolding genocide. And we regret that the Security Council, once again, was not able to adopt a basic resolution on the humanitarian resolution in Palestine. South Africa calls for an immediate ceasefire and the immediate opening of a humanitarian corridor to allow in medicine, food, and supplies. South Africa calls on Israel to cease its genocidal campaign against the Palestinians. We call on the prosecutor of the International Criminal Court, Karim Ahmad Khan, to immediately signal his intent to investigate the Al-Akhi bombing and other war crimes and the crime of genocide in this conflict, and to include in his investigation the liability of those aiding and abetting these crimes. I thank you.
I thank the representative of South Africa for their statement.
Please leave your thoughts below. Thanks for watching. Please thumbs up. Always want more. And I will catch you in the next one.